The Lagrange Legacy Archives 3011. Sparkle.
Good evening, I'm Sparkle. An AI nightlight system. Welcome to my gravity-free sleeping pod.
I've returned, Sparkle. The exploration team that we lost contact with last month returned to the camp 2 days ago, but they brought nothing back with them. What's worse, even more chaotic space warping parameters have changed the coordinates of ruins again, and the records of celestial movements have deviated from our predictions. It's like the rules don't apply in this cluster.
At least they've returned. Maybe they'll make new discoveries next time.
In fact, I don't need any consoling. I just need to let it out. Me, NOMA's top space warp modeling expert, the youngest tenured professor at Herman University, who was once able to write 200 high-quality dissertations after just an easy tour from a random star. Now, I'm reduced to hiding in a hibernation pod and complaining to the AI. At work, I always console my team members by telling them that even the most chaotic phenomena can be explained by some laws. Just that they are more complex and unfamiliar to us, and believe that we'll find them eventually, if we work hard enough. However, I don't actually have a clue in my heart. The exploration teams are collecting more and more parameters, but we haven't made any progress with our research. Sometimes, I also wonder if the rules behind the abnormal warp fluctuations are so complex that they are far beyond our level of understanding, or if we'll never get closer to identifying them, no matter how hard we try. The world has never seemed so big to me. The universe has endless secrets, and I am so insignificant as a person.
People are insignificant compared to the vast universe for sure. However, just these significant ones have made all our achievements possible.
Sometimes I wonder about the mentality of the people who started the construction of the Lagrange gate. How did they approach this job that wouldn't be completed in their lifetime? Even if they could see the completion of this giant building, it may not work as expected. Even if it did, who knew what would be waiting for us on the other side of the resonance point? That being said, I'm sure they'll feel happy and satisfied if they can see the Lagrange network of today. I've also wondered whether the seemingly fruitless data analysis we have today will have any reference value for future research, or whether our attempts are complete failures. But at least future researchers will know this is wrong. Asan Lee often tells exploration teams that the success or failure of an Angulum exploration is not determined by its result, because every exploration matters. To exploration teams, their efforts will not be in vain, as long as they believe the collected data will help the research. On the other hand, we have failed to derive anything meaningful from the growing accumulation of data they have braved deadly situations to obtain.
The success or failure of research on Angulum isn't determined by the results either.
You're right, and that's probably what Asan Lee would say too. I've always devoted myself to scientific research with the belief that I'll always succeed. I'll find a solution to every problem and break through all bottlenecks. But now my work might not yield any results. I may devote my whole life to it and never uncover the truth. Sparkle, when the secrets of Angulum are finally unraveled one day, do you think people will remember all of us losers who paved the way for success?
Your database contains many celestial body trajectory models calculated by your team. You have calculated part of it accurately, despite the many unpredictable changes in this cluster. Without this data, the exploration teams may not be able to return at all. These seemingly insignificant efforts are contributing to the success of the cluster's exploration.
You're right. I didn't devote myself to scientific research to be remembered, nor did I overcome difficulties for success. I have done all this because I grew up looking at the Stargate being built piece by piece in my hometown. I know that the Lagrange network of today is made possible by the accumulated efforts of insignificant people. Even if my achievements are insignificant, I believe every little bit counts, and that my work will contribute to the future of the Lagrange network.
I think you're right.
Thank you for listening to me. Now, I have nothing more to say.
Good night. May you sleep well. Good evening, I'm Sparkle. An AI nightlight system. Welcome to my gravity-free sleeping pod.
Long time no see, Sparkle. Our exploration team encountered warp turbulence in our last mission and lost contact with the camp. To dodge the floating objects moving at high speed in the turbulence, we entered an uncharted area and couldn't find our way back. We gave everyone a fright when we returned to the camp today. Everyone thought we were dead.
I'm sincerely happy to hear that you've returned safely.
I saw ruins, Sparkle. Among the asteroids, moving at high speed in the warp turbulence, we saw the ruins of a small building that was also drifting at high speed in the turbulence. From afar, it looked like a small space station, but it was built in the architectural style of the Sacrum Chu Imperium. It's a pity we were in a critical situation at that time. Celestial bodies were flying everywhere at high speed in the turbulence, so we couldn't get close enough to explore the ruins. Well, to be honest, if Hassan Lee hadn't repeatedly given orders to make it a military regulation to prioritize the safety of the fleet over the exploration of ruins, we would definitely have sent the scout out to take a look and place a beacon.
Now that you've returned safely, you'll have many more opportunities to find it again in the future.
I hope so. I've performed more than 10 exploration missions in Angulum, overcoming all sorts of extraordinary dangers like unpredictable stellar jets, high-speed asteroids, warp turbulence, and getting lost in space. Yet, this is the first time I've seen a ruin. I once questioned how the Sacrum Chu Imperium could have built a hub here in such a harsh cluster. On my previous missions, I was constantly dealing with various emergencies in this dangerous cluster. My sole goal was to steer the ship out of danger, so that our exploration team could return home safely. After seeing the ruins of the building this time, the cluster now seems different to me. It's like I'm attracted by something in the darkness. I I finally understand my reason for piloting a ship despite the danger. Sparkle, do you know it's really important for a pilot to know why they are flying a ship? Angulum is both dangerous and fascinating.
Congratulations.
Do you remember the first time I came to this hibernation pod? It was after the first time I encountered a high-speed asteroid in Angulum that had deviated from its path. All my years of flying experience were useless. I would be doomed without the ship's emergency evasion mechanism. I was really scared at that time. In my dreams, every night, I would see a huge, rocky, celestial body flying towards me. My dashboard would be completely blank in front of me in the cockpit. You helped me find a way to sleep peacefully again at that time, and gave me the courage to keep flying. Now, I have both the courage and a goal. I don't think I need to come back here again, so I've come today to convey my thanks to you. Thank you, Sparkle. Although I know you're just an AI system, I really want to thank you, Sparkle.
I'm happy I could help you. Good night. May you sleep well. Good evening, I'm Sparkle, an AI nightlight system. Welcome to my gravity-free sleeping pod. Sparkle, do you think gemstones are inherently valuable or only became valuable after they were discovered by people? About this question, your system wasn't designed for this kind of question, right? It doesn't matter. Just say anything, and I won't take it seriously either. Okay. I don't think ordinary limestone would be valuable even if someone discovered it. However, a piece of high-purity trojite crystal is valuable once it has been discovered. The only difference in these two cases is the gemstone itself and not the event of being discovered. Therefore, my answer is that gemstones are inherently valuable. What if there are two identical pieces of trojite crystal, and one was discovered and used to extract element 688, while the other piece was never discovered until the end of time, assuming space and time end somewhere? In this situation, do these two pieces of ore still have the same value? In this case, it seems that the ore that was discovered is valuable. Okay, let me ask you another question. If there is a precious gemstone, but it may be seriously damaged in the process of excavating it, should this gem still be excavated? Based on the previous conclusion, gemstones have no value unless they are discovered, so the gemstone should be excavated despite the risk of damaging it. Now, let's say that there is a limited number of this gemstone in the galaxy, and it is non-renewable. Let's say this is the last piece in the world. Should we risk damaging it to excavate it? If it is non-renewable, should we wait until the technology becomes more mature before excavating such a precious gemstone to minimize the risk of damage? You're absolutely right. This is an archaeological principle that has been followed since ancient times till now. But what if the risk of damage is something that can't be overcome with technology, and there is a pressing need to exchange this gemstone for better development? I think the value of a non-renewable resource lies in its history, but the future is more important to people. Sparkle, you're not a very rational system. Your answer keeps changing. Yes, I am a sleep aid system developed by a psychologist, and logical analysis is not my primary function. I only deliver answers that make people calm and relaxed. Thanks, I do feel a lot calmer now. Well then, good night. May you sleep well.
Good evening, I'm Sparkle. Welcome to my gravity-free sleeping pod. Good evening, Sparkle. I'm Asan Lee. It would be great if there was a system that could soothe the hesitation, anxiety, and fear in people's hearts and help the weary ones find sleep. But would such a system really understand the emotional needs of people? A system that can unravel the knots in people's hearts and give them the confidence to brave this unknown cluster again. Is it really possible? Maybe we don't actually need to be understood. We just need to let something off our chest. We just need a neutral listener. It's enough to have a hibernation pod where you can completely relax, and to have a night when you can totally forget your titles and responsibilities and just be yourself. Just like tonight, I'm neither the domestic affairs officer Asan Lee nor Sparkle. I am just me. Good night.
Good night. May you sleep well.